and then we will start the session. Just 2 minutes. And then we will start. Okay, so welcome today on the session of Resilience Management by Colonel Verma. एंड तो टुडे आज का टॉपिक हमने इसलिए रखा है बिकॉज ऑन द ऑन गोइंग थिंग्स दैट इज हैपनिंग सो दैट यू कैन फाइंड अ डायरेक्शन इन टर्म्स ऑफ व्हाट टू डू एंड हाउ टू मैनेज योर स्टफ. So Colonel Verma, who's retired right now, but he's been into the action and into the army for many years. So over to Colonel Verma, where he will describe about himself. And I'm just adding spotlight. So welcome, Colonel Verma. How are you?
Good morning to Anjali ji and all the audience this morning. And thank you very much for making me present on this platform. Whatever little experience I've gathered over a period of time, in next 10 to 15 minutes, I'll try and share my thoughts, which can be synthesized with the thoughts of the audience. And thereafter, they can have their own interpretations as to how the things are to be read, in what background, in what context. And to start with, when Anjali ji spoke to me for this Sunday morning session, there were two basic questions that I could understand that need to be deliberated upon. One was, there was a host of questions from the audience who did not have a military background as to how to deal with this kind of a situation, particularly in the border areas, cities like Jalandhar, Amritsar, Bhuj, Srinagar, Udhampur, and these kind of places where the threat of any kind of damage was perceived and it was quite visible, and it was responded to also by our country in a very befitting manner. But still, the questions remained as to how to deal with this kind of a crisis. So that was one question that will be deliberated upon today. The next, Anjali told me, is how you people in the army manage high stress situations, which more or less gets related to the questions that had come in last about 2-3 days from various people who had been on this platform for a long time now, though I have come for the first time. So first question first, as to people's main query is that how to deal with imminent emergency. I read it that when the emergency is imminent, this is maybe at times a reality or a half reality or maybe a perception. Okay. Now, the best response that a person can give will depend on the kind of resilience that he has developed over a period of time in his routine daily habits. The nearest Hindi word that I can find of resilience is ठहराव. आप बोलते हो कि personality में ठहराव है. That is one. And the next nearest in English is stoic. Stoic demeanor of a person. That is also ठहराव. As to how much is the depth of his thinking, critical thinking, how much is the depth to absorb shocks and still respond. So if we define resilience such, it is basically an ability to bounce back from difficult situations. It is an innate ability which is there right from the beginning, but over a period of time, the kind of environment and training that you get, it get more and more refined. And if you join a forces like military and other things, paramilitary forces, it gets further refined because you are under a structured program of training for certain things. And basically over a period of time, it's a habit formation. Now, it can also be called, this resilience is capacity to adapt and cope. On the other hand, it is basically ability to navigate through the emerging situations with whatever skills you have acquired over a period of time. And neither try to avoid it, nor try to ignore it, basically. So it comes down and boils down to only one point, that whatever is thrown upon you, face it straight away and find solutions to overcome it. While doing this kind of a process on regular basis, you will develop this kind of an innate capacity which you called resilience. And all great works in the world or in any organization, on in any business enterprise, the base quality that had come to fore to give a success in that venture was resilience. How long and how far you can uh, adapt to the fast changing situations. So basically, what it comes down to, how to deal with this kind of a situation in this kind of a scenario that we are facing at the border cities. The first step that you can start with is the awareness of the environment around you. This awareness includes the government guidelines that they have been promulgated over the media and various places. The state government, the state police, they have been promulgating all kind of instructions like blackouts and take cover in case of any bombing run by the aircrafts. So these are very, very normal things in this kind of a scenario. And we are basically putting in place the format, a standard operating procedure to avoid damage as much as possible. Because since we are not directly into fighting, we will be part of the collateral damage in case we don't take precautions that have been told to us by the government and other agencies. The next thing that comes after awareness is maintain your calm and composure at all times. Respond to a situation. Do not have impulsive reactions, because impulsive reactions, if done too regularly, turn into very panic reactions. Then, as the situation dictates, in case you're likely to run short of certain items, if it gets prolonged, this emergency gets prolonged, then again the guidelines come to fore that store some emergency things for you. Do not get dehydrated. Keep tab on the situation, how it is emerging, and look around you, how the scenario is developing, and take precautions as much as possible. And also, while helping yourself, help others as well. We have heard a very apt quote that in whatever situation you may be, to pull yourself up, always pull other one up. You yourself will start feeling better. And that is our Sanatan Sanskriti also teaches us that anything that is shared grows, whether it is knowledge, whether it is anything else. So basically, we are all sharing our thoughts and the good energies that will take all of us collectively to a much higher level of awareness, which will put in sufficient amount of resilience in us, sufficient amounts of skill levels to do our daily chore and mundane tasks, what life dictates to us every day, morning and evening. Then we come down, further subdivide this, what I have just said in 5 to 7 minutes, is that we must have a routine. Like students have a timetable in the morning, we must have a routine. And every day we must train ourselves on 2, 3 things. As we have heard, that there are 4, 5 quotients around which our life revolves. Say, the first one that we understand very easily is IQ, intelligence quotient. And then we understand is the emotional quotient. And 2, 3 more, like spiritual quotient, your adhyatmic capacity to understand abstract terms and how this entire energy world and thought process world gets related to your practical life on daily basis. And as we train children, as grown-up individuals also, we also need training almost on daily basis, because we are evolving as a human being in all terms, whether it is intellectual prowess, whether it is emotional stability and maturity, whether it is a spiritual orientation to see the life in a bigger perspective in a very pragmatic manner. And certainly do not give place to overthinking or inactivity, because inactivity is a poison. So make your timetable like your children make it, and try and follow it as much as possible. Now I come down as to how there is a little difference how we deal with these kind of situations and how the general world deals, not only India, everywhere. So when we joined the service, we were trained for certain standard situations, and Since situations cannot be foreseen in advance, the capacity that you develop by regular training, following the regular timetable, and regular situation handling, slowly and slowly you start increasing your capacity and mental orientation to even take on unforeseen situations that may come up suddenly later. That is the process which is followed over a long period of time by regular training, regular courses, regular knowledge build up on your professional matters. And that is how you feel confident that any kind of situation that may emerge in discharging my professional duties will be handled in the most professional manner. So that is the attitude which comes from training. So do not shy away from any kind of training, whichever is your field and whichever is your hobby, whichever is your passion. Give full time and energy to it with a very sincere heart, and you will be surprised by the results that come. And it has got nothing to do with your what you call capacity to master a particular language or master arithmetic or mathematics. No, it is all beyond that. You are now evolving as a human being, building your capacity to take big decisions by formatting your thought process as well as your daily lifestyle. So, what we utilize, what generally I have seen with my colleagues and myself, that whenever any situation hit you, our thought process starts like a algorithm, like a format. Deep breathing, absorb all shocks with a stoic silence and no reaction initially. Meanwhile, you are calculating and processing the first response that you can give to it. It's not a reaction, it's not an impulse, it's a response. Then, how much time is available to respond to the situation, whether it is instant, immediate, or you have some time with you? The first response, what quality response it is, that will also dictate your evolvement as a human being and also as a professional who has been trained in this profession. The second, after the first response has gone, you are again backing it up with series of responses till the time outcome comes which is desirable for you. Third thing is focus. Whatever task or situation is in front of you, focus to read it into detail. What are the nuances of that entire situation? Break it up into various parts and start sorting one part by other till the time the entire situation is resolved. It may be one day, it may be 1 week, it may be 1 month. For some people, it could be years. But the results that you will get after that hard work will be spectacular. So be aware of your triggers all the time. All those triggers that waste your energy and that waste your time, be very aware of those. Also make aware your children of also those triggers, because majority of the time that we have at hand while we are not sleeping, we waste on overthinking, unnecessary thinking, unproductive thinking, and basically fantasy kind of a planning. There is no calculation. So this kind of a lifestyle will not go very far, and you will continue having problem one after the other in a circular fashion if you do not work your daily lifestyle as a format. Even if you are not trained, you can make some kind of a timetable and start following it. As Anjali ji time and again brings out in her talk, that any habit that you wish to change, which you don't like, to a better one, it takes 21 days practice. I would say the first 21 days is the first stage, and then keep adding 21, 21, 21 till the time it becomes your natural instinct to respond in a particular way, and you will be have a very happy and contented life. So this is how we deal with the situation in the army. Since I can now look back as a retired person on my service, whatever you see me today on the screen or whatever I have become, all gratitude and thanks to the army, my instructors, my seniors who taught me the way I should function. And even a lot of learning from the Prime Minister and other functionaries in the government and in the armed forces who have handled this situation in last 1 week in a very professional, very stoic manner with minimum collateral damage. That means even if we are almost at half war, the army or the nation, they are still maintaining their balance, their calm, and their sanity to deal with things so that unnecessary damage could be avoided. And that is how we must stand with the country. We must stand with the government, and this time shall too pass, not long. And God willing, there won't be much damage. We will be able to find some solution to it, because problems keep coming in the life of an individual, in the life of a state, in the life of a country, and also it keeps coming in the life of a geopolitical world that we are connected with. But you need tremendous amount of high caliber leadership to deal with these kind of things. And high caliber of leadership, the first quality that they have is resilience, and second, the knowledge and the vision. That's all I had to share with you guys. Now,
Uh,
any
there were
questions?
certain,
Anyone?
there were certain questions
Yeah.
that we are staying in an area where there is lot of tension, and there's lot of they can hear the sirens and so on and so forth. So how can they manage a scenario right now in that particular moment?
Okay, right now what you can do is read the guidelines of the government to what are the basic precautions in case there is a siren on, which is indicating basically that there are certain aircrafts or missile attack that are likely. You must have seen a lot of picture of Israel-Hamas war also. Israel also suffered the similar attacks. So over a period of time, their citizens are quite adapting to these kind of situations. They get into the covered shelters which have been dug underground. So similar things maybe in border towns. People in border towns are quite aware of these things. Remain away from the military establishments because they could be the targets, and they should be in open area. And in case you can dig out some trench for yourself, that is always better, because splinter effect and all will get reduced. Also remain hydrated, and also maintain your, just give me 1 minute. हाँ हाँ विनय सर, हेलो, हाँ हाँ, बोलिए। हम्म हम्म हम्म, ठीक है, भेज दो भेज दो, ओके ओके, ठीक है ठीक है, भेज दो, ओके ओके। Yeah, so these are the precautions that you can take, but at all times use your common sense and be very aware of the situation around you. What siren, how much time did it bring, any sound you can see of aircraft coming or a missile coming, and be away from that area. That's all you can do. But if you don't panic, you maintain your calm and composure, 99% your problem is solved.
Okay, so how do you manage your calm and composure in a situation like this when you're seeing that the environment is not as per what you're desiring?
Take a deep, take a deep breath. Don't overthink the dangerous situation that is imminent, or you perceive it to be imminent. Just feel that this too shall pass. Meanwhile, I should not get involved into it unnecessarily, and take precautions that have been told to you and I have been made to practice those.
Okay, so Kripal ji is asking what should be daily routine as most things disrupted during this situation, how children become aware and how to do it.
Okay, let's take the children first. Children always, they don't generally take the gyan that parents or teachers give them. They observe parents and teachers and start copying. It's a copy paste cycle that the children do. So the best thing that you can do is that simplify and organize your own routine so that children observe it and they start slowly following it, with little amount of normal communication with the children sometime in a day. And morning routine for any adult would be that he will get up and have some kind of at least 30 to 40 minutes exercise in the morning and run, so that it sorts out his breathing, his other things, and he is primed and ready for the day's activities. So 2 3 days practice only, getting up in the morning, just taking a stroll or a little run or a little jog, he or she will find a difference within next 1 week if this is the routine started in the morning. Then evening routine, we must have a habit to go to sleep in reasonable time and not be awake for a longer time. Otherwise, if you don't have full sleep, it will give rise to fatigue. It will give rise to many other things. So when you come back from office, cut off from the office or the business work for some time, at least deliberately. Initially, it may not be possible, but by training yourself, you can do it easily. And that will give you more energy to concentrate on your businesses or your profession the next day.
It is advisable to aware the children full-fledged, like what the exact situation or
Absolutely. If you are in border time, how, if I am the parent, how will I advise my children is कि बेटा there are conflict that has taken place between two countries, India and Pakistan, and this country's actual international border is say 50 kilometers, 80 kilometers from our place. So their aircrafts, their missiles, they can hit anywhere near our area, and we have to follow all the guidelines that have been told to us. So let's make a practice one on one of the Sundays, and in case of any bombing run, once I give a message to you, or you perceive that the sound is coming very, very close, take shelter and stay there, deep breath, keep calm, keep composed. You know it shall pass in next 2 to 3 minutes, then you can come out from your covered area.
Okay,
Yeah.
so Jyoti is asking, is it feasible to travel at present as we are supposed to travel this month international?
Yeah, as long as flights are running, there is no problem in traveling. Because if you take it in a very big way, today in the entire world, if you go into geopolitics, there are 42 places which are under conflict. Now your activities cannot stop because of one odd conflict here and there. So as long as government has allowed the flights to take off and land from particular place, that means analysis of the government is that it is reasonably safer for the people to carry out their daily activities. Daily activities don't come to a stop because of a conflict.
Okay,
Yeah.
anybody wants to ask, can please unmute and ask.
Um, I just wanted to share my this thing when I was a kid, 1971 war. I was just 6 years old that time. The impact of that war as a kid on my brain, it was there for quite some time because I remember as a kid blackouts. I was in Jammu like that time when I was 6 years old. So all those bombardments and those, the life was disrupted. And as a kid, I used to get that heartache also. I mean, just I'm asking because the kids' topic was discussed just now. Is there anything we can do better to let the child come out of the trauma, no matter how much we tell them? Like, as a kid, my mummy used to say, कोई बात नहीं, ये तेरा ये एरोप्लेन है, ये अपना वो अपने वो पटाखे छोड़ रहा है. As a kid, they used to counsel us. But I remember I had to really work hard on myself to come out of the trauma as a kid. Like, do you suggest something?
How I perceive it is that compared to adults, kids are very, very sensitive to all kind of impressions and information that hit them in a day. That's why these days we are worried also the kids being bombarded with the information of social media, nothing, something desirable, something not desirable. So similarly, the basic thing that we have to understand is that kid is sensitive to all information. Okay. Now, if not guided properly, then kid will start perceiving and interpreting as per their own understanding of things. And most of the time, it will be emotion of fear, and which will convert into trauma at a later stage if not addressed. So regular communication of the parents with a positive overtones that conflicts had been taking place earlier, conflict will keep taking place. This is one of the conflict situations. Our military, our government is doing whatever they are supposed to do. They are standing guard for us, but even we have some responsibility to share while getting involved into the chain of national effort that is being made. First save yourself and then save others. So this kind of a talk will give them very positive reinforcement, and they will start taking these kind of situations in a very brave manner. Ji.
Thank you so much. It's really helpful. Thank you for the input.
Because my kids is always asking why this is happen. Actually, why Pakistan is attack?
Why this is there?
This is war happen, and why we are in like this situation, etc.
Actually, thing that we can discuss in kids are little of age, say they are in 8th, 9th, 10th class, if they can understand something, they can be told that these kind of a situation is not our own making, that we had been losing our boys, our soldiers in Kashmir Valley, Northeast for a long time because of the counterinsurgency and other things. So this was the culmination point where we had to take some action, where this kind of a action from the other country stops. But at the same time, our counter action also has to be very calibrated and measured so that unnecessary loss of life can be avoided. Some loss will always be there. It comes with life. Like if I recollect Prime Minister Modi making a statement someday when a foreign journalist was interviewing him. So the question that journalist asked him is, I said, how do you handle the conflict situations or a situation of a death? And he said, when a person takes birth and when a person dies, in these two situations, which is more concrete, naturally, they said, जो है मरना तो निश्चित है. So make use of your life as much as possible for yourself and for others. That is a very positive way of thinking that contributes something with your capability, your capacity, and intellectuality to the world, to the country, and collectively it will become a huge effort for everyone. And certain people who are not as fortunate as you and me are, probably they'll also have some breather, some good space, good time.
Vasudha wants to ask. Vasudha, you can ask.
Yeah. Yesterday, I met a marine officer. He was telling the situation is not as bad as the media is projecting. The media, there are some AI media that is coming out. So people are
Correct.
assuming that the AI is also truth, but actually it is
Yeah.
AI. So the
Correct.
Vikrant is coming in the midway. It is, so that
Correct.
is all, we are all prepared for it. But shouldn't
Correct.
you, or the government should not say to the media that don't make a larger than life situation so that people can be calm and we can handle the situation much better.
Yeah, bilkul, absolutely. Ma'am, how I take it this way is in the times of AI, though misinformation campaign had been earlier also, right from the time media had come into space, misinformation, information, they had been going together. But it has increased over a period of time. It has increased to a level where misinformation looks more authentic than the actual information. So one has to be very careful and guarded. Like in this conflict only, the initial information that came that Indian what you call Rafale aircrafts have been shot down by the Pakis. I'm not comparing the two because human beings both sides, and they are under orders to carry out certain activities, this side also, that side also. But misinformation from those people who had vested interest in this war, whether the commercial interest or otherwise, and they were the non-actors. It's not they are fighting each other. Somebody else is fighting their war and their narrative. So it was a misinformation. Later came to know we did not lose even one. They lost 8 aircrafts, in which F-16 is also there, which is a huge impression. So to cover that up, they started false narratives, false information and all. But the entire 4 days operation that has been handled by the armed forces and the government, it's one of the finest, even better than 71 they have handled it. I'm quite impressed. Step by step, without any collateral damage, without any damage to the civilians, both sides. Though they tried their best to hit our civilian targets, but we did not. That is the indication of a very mature government and a very professional armed forces of a country. That why children and women, even of the other side, should suffer unnecessarily in a conflict which is then not their business. Chief.
Dr. Kripal has asked a question. He's
Ji.
saying, as there are two scenarios. One, once you follow what's up on the news channel, you are facing as much affected in this war. Second, but if you are out of social media and news, sometimes you are feeling it's not too much affected. Or just
No.
he said his
Yeah. How I take it is, I also watch news, and I don't watch one channel. I keep doing my work. In between, about 5 minutes in 1 hour, I take to scan through various channels and various social media platforms. I know that half of it would be misinformation, half of it would be information, but at the end of the day, it will make some kind of a sense. As a normal person who is not in the government machinery, in any case, I'm not supposed to know the very confidential information, but I am generally aware what is happening around me and what is happening in the country and what is happening in the world. That is good enough for me. I don't have to give more time and energy more than this to it, so that I maintain my own peace and balance, and yet know that what is the outer circle of my information. In any case, I am not privy to the inner information, because that government will never give, and it should not be given also for the security reasons. So, what as a normal citizen we are supposed to know, okay, what is the general direction in which our country is moving and what is happening, and we should be very careful of the journalists, especially the media personnel, who serve the public a format half truth and half lies. That is more dangerous than full truth and full lies. So you will find that one half truth has been fed to the public, and the only thing to turn the public in a panic mode is unke dimag mein shak dal do. So when you feed half information or one third information, which itself is not based on facts, तुमने उसके दिमाग में शक डाल दिया, and that the public will panic, government pressure will increase, and it will start affecting the management that we are doing of this conflict. And that is quite visible for last 4, 5, 6 years. I'll give you an example of Manipur. One judgment came from the court that one community, Mathis, should be given a social, what you call, status of a social tribe. Government did not even acknowledge it, neither responded it, nor said that we are going to implement it, and the riot started next day. That means there were certain people, including the government mechanisms, which were already prepared for a right kind of a situation, and they were waiting for this trigger. That is why we should not get triggered in life ever. Confirm your facts and don't meddle around in the things which are non your concern. Like conflict is the concern of the government and the armed forces and the police, of course. As citizens, what we can do is we can stand behind them, help them on daily basis in case we are near the border areas. Like I'll give you an example. When we were deployed after Parliament attack, so local villagers came, they helped us burying our ammunition, digging out trenches, taking our stuff in their tractor and trolleys, and they also said, Hisab, if you move to the objective inside Pakistan, we will come and help you up to that place. So that is the kind of jazba and the spirit the people from border towns have. Yeah.
So my parting question would be, what is your go-to mantra and how do you maintain balance in a crisis scenario when you're actually there in the border and you're actually being there and being in action? So what is your go-to mantra and how do you maintain balance?
Okay. First is self-respect, that I am a worthwhile individual, serving for a purpose, serving in the interest of my country. That is one. And second, I have the capacity to deal with things as they come. And third, I draw inspiration from those leaders who are quite competent and capable to handle things, and also have all faith in my own deity and my own Almighty, whomsoever I may pray to, and take inspiration from that, take courage from that, and take strength from that to deal with things which are considered superhuman in the normal parlance.
So have you ever been following any mantra, or when to have yourself back?
Initially in our home, all siblings, including me, we were taught to jalao jyoti in the morning and evening and do some agarbatti stuff. And we were told very early to follow Gayatri mantra. So that I had been following. But once I was posted to a new military establishment, I saw one Hanuman Chalisa lying around unattended in some ground. Uske upar kafi dust वगैरह आ गया था. Since it was to me it looked not a nice scenario, I picked it up, cleaned it up, and put it at my agarbatti place. And slowly, I thought that let me read it, kisme likha kya hai, and I started into that also. Yeah, that's how it started.
Okay, so thank you so much for your time, and thanks a lot, for sharing your insight. I hope it helps people. If anybody wants to ask anything, how, तो आप please unmute करके पूछ सकते हो.
Which type of meditation is most useful in this scenario? For any specific time to do meditation, or?
I think Anjali would be better to answer this question. She is into meditation and a lot of other practices. And I also believe that various lectures that I have attended of hers, it's basically to calm, what I have understood, calm yourself down. There could be various methods and methodologies that are taught by her. Even I have learned a lot. So on those things, and it had improved my general consciousness levels and awareness levels. Ji.
Ritu wants to ask. Ritu, I believe, is from Chandigarh. Yeah, Ritu, you can unmute yourself. Yeah.
Ludhiana.
Yeah, Ludhiana. Yeah.
So, hello. Thank you for so much of information. One
Ji.
thing I wanted to ask that, like in my city, again and again, there is like every night there had been declaration of blackout.
Ji, ji.
So we're turning off our lights, but
Yeah.
like on the phone, I mean, there are car sensor lights which keep on blinking all the time.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Secondly, say for example, in front of my home, there's electricity pole on
Ji.
which there is a small bright light that keeps on glowing whole
Yeah,
night.
correct.
I know it's a cable TV that light or electricity. I do not know. Like how
Correct.
to turn. I mean, how to do in that case.
No,
And
yeah. So, how this is done is these small lights will not make much of a difference. In any case, the aircraft which is coming for a bombing run, it will come for the military areas in your neighborhood. It will not come from the civilian areas. But in case there is a mistake in his map or in his GPS, and that bombing starts in a civilian area, that will not be a deliberate effort. But to take precautions against that is our duty. That in case we find the aircraft too near or a missile too near us, then we must take cover, whatever little trenches we have made around our house. And as far as these lights are concerned, to basically not give him a pinpointed accuracy, we switch off the major lights of a city. Though he has a general idea where is the city, and in a moonlit night, he will also be able to spot it, but he will not be able to spot the area which are full of population. That one benefit we get. And when we take precautions against enemy actions, it is step by step. The first step is to black out so that population at one place does not become a target. Population is spread over an area so that even if damage takes place, it is not many people who get suffered. Then the next step, and the best step is entire city get into trenches, because these whenever the bombs fall or a missile fall, the splinters go in a mushroom fashion. So even if you are lying on the ground, the probability of getting saved is much more than standing or sitting.
okay. One thing more, like these days, our residential areas are very congested. Like even our houses are like matchbox. Everything inside, everything concrete.
Correct.
The lanes are say 20 feet wide or 22, 25 feet wide and all metal. So in that case, we will not be able to make trenches. So what precautions?
So you must be having compound walls. Okay. You must be having certain ponds or water collection areas inside your house premises only. So select a place to be sitting against your wall, your back to your wall, compound wall, which can protect splinter effect from many directions. Say जहां पे हमारा main gate लगा होता है उसके corner में जाके बैठ गया. That is as good as a trench. No issues.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you. Thanks so much, Colonel Verma, for coming and sharing your insights. And I hope it will help people out. So thank you so much for coming. Yeah.
Okay. Bye-bye. Thank you. I'll take your leave.
To the topic of what as a civilian or as a family member is what you can do. So normally when a situation like this, when you know your loved one is in an area where you cannot manage the situation, So there is only two choice as a human being that you can do. Either you can sulk, or you get stressed, or you take tension, or you take control of yourself and you say, okay, this situation is like this, but I am going to ensure that I start doing mantra and I start giving the vibration of healing. So when my husband was posted in a field area where he was there in Kargil during that time. So on that time there was no phone, there was no mobile, there was nothing, and we had to manage. And my child was just 3-4 years, so I had only two choice: either I sulk and I go down and I get stressed and I get hyper, or that time I maintain my composure and I manage my child and my family. So same wise, in a scenario like this where your loved one is not there, but at the same time we have our soldiers there and we have our family where we have to manage. So in a scenario like this, when you're hearing that there is a blackout or there is a situation where आपको आवाजें आ रही है, so you have to maintain your composure. That is your first thing, because when you will maintain your composure, that is a moment when you will be in a state to take action. सो आपको हमेशा एक तो सबसे पहले है आपको एक अपना बैग रेडी रखना चाहिए, बिकॉज इन अ बैग व्हेन यू नो योर एसेंशियल, आपका खाना, आपका पानी, वो सब एक एसेंशियल्स आपने अपना रेडी रखा हुआ है। एंड सेकेंड ऑफ ऑल, सबसे पहले जैसे मैंने बताया, अपना ब्रेथ कंट्रोल करके अपने आप को बैलेंस करना है, नंबर वन। नंबर टू, अपना बैग और बैकअप वो रेडी ही रखना है, अपने मोबाइल, डाटा बैंक, ये सब चार्ज ही रखना है। ओके एंड जैसे कर्नल सुधीर ने बताया कैसे कहाँ से आप जब ब्लैकआउट हो रहा है तो कैसे आप मैनेज कर सकते हो। ओके एंड अदरवाइज व्हेन देयर इज नो ब्लैकआउट बट इन अ सिनेरियो लाइक दिस वेयर यू फील कि आई एम गेटिंग स्ट्रेस एंड आई डोंट नो हाउ टू मैनेज, तो सबसे पहले है आपको ब्रेथ वर्क करना है। ब्रेथ वर्क जब आप करोगे, कंपोजर लाओगे, and then start chanting any mantra. Which mantra? Any mantra that you have been doing. So many years back, I must be just 23 years, I had no clue of healing, nothing tabhi, but the only thing I knew was Gayatri mantra and Om, and that is what I used to do. And in that crisis scenario, how we came out of that, I have no idea, but trust me, it works, it really works, mantra energy works. तो आपको क्या करना है, सबसे पहले बैलेंस में लाना है। तो बैलेंस में कैसे लाएंगे हम लोग, दैट वी विल डू प्रैक्टिकली, अभी ब्रेथ वर्क करेंगे हम। ओके, नंबर वन। नंबर टू, एनी मंत्र दैट यू हैव बीन डूइंग, चाहे आप फॉर एग्जांपल गणेश जी का मंत्र कर रहे हो या हनुमान चालीसा कर रहे हो, एनी मंत्र दैट यू आर डूइंग, आपको खाली विजुअलाइज करना है कि आपके सारे फैमिली वाले सब लोग, एवरीबॉडी, एंड विजुअलाइज करके वो मंत्र की एनर्जी देते जाना है, देते जाना है, देते जाना है। एंड तो पॉइंट इज, या तो आप अपनी एनर्जी को लो लेके जा सकते हो, स्ट्रेस, टेंशन, वरी, सल्क कर सकते हो, या ये एनर्जी को राइज कर सकते हो एंड यू कैन यूज दिस ब्यूटिफुल एनर्जी ऑफ योर्स इनटू सम डायरेक्शन। तो पॉजिटिव एनर्जी मीन्स मूविंग इन अ डायरेक्शन। जब आपका थॉट की एनर्जी, आपकी मंत्र की एनर्जी एक डायरेक्शन में आगे बढ़ रही है, तो वो ऑटोमेटिकली ग्रो कर रही है एंड उसमें आपका बैलेंस भी आ रहा है। सो ऑलवेज अपना, जब भी स्ट्रेस टेंशन हो रहा है, तो अपने आप को बैलेंस करो, पहले बैलेंस करके देन स्टार्ट डूइंग द मंत्र विच एवर यू फील कि ये मंत्र बोलने से मुझे शक्ति आती है, चाहे वो माँ शक्ति की एनर्जी की मंत्र है, चाहे ओम नमः शिवाय है, any mantra which you have been regularly been doing it. Okay, ideally आप ओम कर सकते हो, आइडियली आप हनुमान चालीसा कर सकते हो, आइडियली आप दुर्गा कवच कर सकते हो। सो दिस आर सर्टेन मंत्रस विच विल हेल्प टू एक्चुअली ब्रिंग बैलेंस इन यू। ओके, अगर आप देवी भक्त हो तो दुर्गा कवच करो, अगर आप हनुमान चालीसा करते हो तो हनुमान चालीसा करो। सो कहने का मतलब है, वो सिचुएशन में जो आपको कंफर्टेबल लगता है वो वाला आपको करना है। ओके, तो अभी कृपाल जी ने पूछा कि कितनी बार हमें करना चाहिए, तो जब भी आपको लग रहा है कि मुझे स्ट्रेस हो रहा है, अपने आप को पूरी तरह बैलेंस में लेके आओ एंड बैलेंस में के फिर माइंड को वो मंत्र की एनर्जी में आप लगा दो, सो दैट विल ब्रिंग बैलेंस इन यू एंड दैट विल गिव यू अ डायरेक्शन सो दैट यू आर फाइंडिंग योर वे इनटू इट। ओके, तो आज अभी हम अपना पहले हनुमान चालीसा करेंगे फॉर एवरीबडी हु इज बीन देयर फाइटिंग फॉर द कंट्री, सो दैट उनको प्रोटेक्शन रहे, सब ठीक रहे, सब अच्छा हो, अच्छी वाइब्रेशन हम भेजेंगे। तो हम पहले ब्रेथ वर्क करेंगे, फिर हनुमान चालीसा करेंगे और फिर हम ओम करेंगे। ओके, हमारा इंटेंशन ये है कि सबके लिए प्रोटेक्शन, पीस एंड हार्मोनी रहे, इसके लिए हम ये सारी चीजें कर रहे हैं। ओके, तो ब्रेथ वर्क में आपको बेसिकली कैसे करना है, अगर आप अलोम विलोम कर सकते हो, नथिंग लाइक इट, बट जब आपको क्राइसिस हो रहा है तभी आप अलोम विलोम भी इच्छा नहीं होती है करने की। ओके, तो मैं ये एक्सपीरियंस से बोल रही हूँ। तो व्हाट यू नीड टू डू इज, आपको केवल अभी हम स्टार्ट करेंगे, एक हाथ आप अपने चेस्ट पे रख सकते हो, एक हाथ ऑन योर नेवल, एंड अभी हम स्टार्ट करेंगे। ओके, सो टेक नाइस डीप ब्रेथ and exhale. Inhale and release all stress. पूरा stress release, release and release. Inhale and release all stress, tension from your mind. पूरी तरह release करते हुए just let everything go. Inhale and keep on saying to yourself, it's okay, it's okay, it's perfectly okay. Inhale and release all stress, tension, pressure, just release, release and release. Inhale and keep on releasing all the stress from your body. Completely release, release and release. Inhale and say to yourself, it's okay, it's okay, it's perfectly okay. I am in the perfect place, safe and sound. I am in the perfect place, safe and sound. Inhale and keep on releasing all the stress. Just release. तो ये बहुत सिंपल है, और ये सिंपल आप कभी भी, कहीं भी, किधर भी, कैसे भी जगह हो, वहां पे आपको अपने आप को पहले बैलेंस लेना है। यही श्वास से लेके बैलेंस करो। ओके, अभी हम सबसे पहले हनुमान चालीसा करेंगे और उसके बाद में हम ओम चैंटिंग करेंगे। तो हमारा प्योर इंटेंशन कि सबके लाइफ के लिए लव, पीस और हार्मनी रहे और सब कंफर्टेबल रहे। I am playing the Hanuman Chalisa on the background.
श्री गुरु चरण श्री गुरु चरण सरोज रज निज मन मुकुरु सुधारि बरनउँ रघुबर बिमल जसु जो दायक फल चारि बुद्धिहीन तनु जानिके सुमिरो पवन कुमार बल बुद्धि विद्या देहु मोहि हरहु कलेश विकार। जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर, जय कपीस तिहु लोक उजागर। रामदूत अतुलित बल धामा, अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नामा। महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी, कुमति निवार सुमति के संगी। कंचन बरन विराज सुबेसा, कानन कुंडल कुंचित केसा। हाथ वज्र और ध्वजा विराजे, कांधे मुंज जनेऊ साजे। शंकर सुवन केसरी नंदन, तेज प्रताप महाजगवंदन। विद्यावान गुणी अति चातुर, राम काज करिबे को आतुर। प्रभु चरित्र सुनिबे को रसिया, राम लखन सीता मन बसिया। सूक्ष्म रूप धरि सियहि दिखावा, विकट रूप धरि लंक जरावा। भीम रूप धरि असुर संहारे, रामचंद्र के काज संवारे। लाए सजीवन लखन जियाए, श्री रघुवीर हरषि उर लाए। रघुपति कीन्ही बहुत बड़ाई, तुम मम प्रिय भरतहि सम भाई। सहस बदन तुम्हरो जस गावें, हस कहि श्रीपति कंठ लगावें। सनकादिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीसा, नारद सारद सहित अहीसा। जम कुबेर दिगपाल जाते, कवि कोविद कही सके कहते। तुम उपकार सुग्रीवहि कीन्हा, राम मिलाय राजपद दीन्हा। तुम्हरो मंत्र विभीषण माना, लंकेश्वर भय सब जग जाना। जुग सहस्त्र जो जन पर भानु, लील्यो ताहि मधुर फल जानू। प्रभु मुद्रिका मेली मुख माही, जलधि लांघि गए अचरज नाही। दुर्गम काज जगत के जेते, सुगम अनुग्रह तुम्हरे तेते। राम दुआरे तुम रखवारे, होत न आज्ञा बिनु पैसारे। सब सुख लहे तुम्हारी सरना, तुम रक्षक काहू को डरना। आपन तेज समारो आपे, तीनों लोक हाँकते कापे। भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवे, महावीर जब नाम सुना है। नासै रोग हरे सब जपत निरंतर हनुमत वीरा। संकट ते हनुमान छुड़ावे, मन क्रम बचन ध्यान जो लावे। सब पर राम तपस्वी राजा, तिनके काज सकल तुम साजा। और मनोरथ जो कोई लावे, सोई अमित जीवन फल पावे। चारों जुग परताप तुम्हारा, है प्रसिद्ध जगत उजियारा। साधु संत के तुम रखवारे, असुर निकंदन राम दुलारे। अष्ट सिद्धि नौ निधि के दाता, असवर दीन जानकी माता। राम रसायन तुम्हारे पासा, सदा रहो रघुपति के दासा। तुम्हारे भजन राम को पावे, जन्म जन्म के दुख बिसरावे। अंत काल रघुबरपुर जाई, जहाँ जन्म हरि भक्त कहाई। और देवता चित्त न धरई, हनुमत से सर्व सुख करई। संकट कटे मिटे सब पीरा, जो सुमिरे हनुमत बलबीरा। जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई, कृपा करहु गुरुदेव की नाई। जो सत बार पाठ कर कोई, छूटहि बंदी महासुख होई। जो यह पढ़े हनुमान चालीसा, होय सिद्धि साखी गौरीसा। तुलसीदास सदा हरि चेरा, की जयनाथ हृदय महडेरा। की जयनाथ हृदय महडेरा।
पवन तनया संकट हरन, मंगल मूर्ति रूप। राम लखन सीता सहित, हृदय बसहु सुरभूप।
Now we will do the ओम चैंटिंग, और हमारा इंटेंशन कि सबके लाइफ में पीस रहे और शांति रहे, सब प्रोटेक्शन रहे, उसके लिए हम ये ओम चैंटिंग मेडिटेशन करने जा रहे हैं। प्योर भाव, प्योर भक्ति, पूरी श्रद्धा से। आई एम जस्ट पुटिंग अप द म्यूजिक। अभी हाथ रब करके अपनी आईज पे और फुल बॉडी पे रोटेट। I bow down to the divinity in each one of you. Hari Om Tat Sat. If anybody wants to say और कुछ बोलना चाहते हो तो you can please unmute and ask.
Thank you very much, Anjali ji, for conducting this session on the right time. And we are in such a thankful for you and Sudhir sir. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much. In fact, there were so many questions which was coming every day. So that is why I thought कि एक जरूरी है so that you know everybody can understand कि कैसे मैनेज करना है, क्योंकि सिचुएशन जब क्राइसिस है तो हमें समझ नहीं रहा है हमें कैसे मैनेज करना है. एंड द वेरी फर्स्ट थिंग इज अपने ब्रेथ को बैलेंस में लाओ. और आपको स्ट्रेस लग रहा है, आप केवल ओम भी करोगे तो भी ठीक है, या आप केवल ये भी बोलोगे ना आई एम सेफ, आई एम सेफ, आई एम सेफ, उससे भी आप बैलेंस में आओगे करके. तो
So we can take a right decision at right time.
Yeah, yeah, thank you so much. Thanks. Okay, so Vasudhara has said thanks, Roma has said thanks, Rituji thanks, Deepaji thanks, Neeta thanks. Sangeeta, you want to say something?
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Okay, thank you so much. Thanks. Take care and stay blessed and just bring yourself in balance, because आपको manage करना है बाकी सबको. तो जब आप बैलेंस रहोगे then everybody will follow what you're saying करके. आप खुद पैनिक करोगे then it's very difficult to manage others, है ना. तो thank you कला, thanks, हिना जी, thanks. चलो, take care, stay blessed, have